I bought Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and AVAX this week, actually last week, and I expect to make a ton of money this week. So if you want to make money this week in crypto with these crypto coins, watch this video. I truly believe that this is going to be my second biggest trade for the entire year. And in this video, I'm going to show you the top 2 trades that will actually make you the most money this year. You'd only have to make 2 trades for the entire year and make more money than all your friends. And everyone will be like, wow, you're such a genius. All right, just watch. All right. I'm so pumped for this video, guys. I'm a little bit sick, so excuse me if I sound a little nasally, but I have a chart. I have a juicy chart for you, and just bear with me here because it's going to be a little confusing for all of you really slow people back at home. But I just want to say that Bitcoin's about to dump, okay? And I'm being facetious, okay? This is called sarcasm. If you look at this chart here, okay, you notice that these buyers just can't get they're buying it here, they're buying it here, they're buying it here, they're buying it here, and they're buying it with heavy volume. That means there's a lot of people buying Bitcoin, but they can't seem to get the price up. And when that happens, it feels like a dump is incoming, okay? A dump is coming. But here's the deal, guys. This chart is a lie. This is the opposite day chart. This chart is Bitcoin flipped upside down. That's what this chart is. But seriously, if this was Bitcoin's chart, you'd start to get worried. You'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12 days at the same price. The buyers can't get the price to go up. So clearly we're probably going to go the other way, right? It's kind of like if you get punched in the face 400 times by the same guy, eventually you're going to fall down, right? That was a stupid analogy, but do you guys get what I'm saying? Let's look at this thing. It's the opposite day. This is the actual chart of Bitcoin. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days of sellers trying to get that price down to the 20K Bitcoin. Everyone's like, we're going to 20K. We're all going to die. 20K is down here. We can't get down there. There's a ton of volume. These sellers are exhausted, okay? These sellers are exhausted, and it's very simple. This is probably the most obvious trade I think I've made all year. I bought a ton of Bitcoin, Solana, AVAX, Ethereum last week because it's so obvious that we're headed back up, guys. That these people are tired. And let me show you one more thing that is just going to blow your mind. And I want you to smash the like button. If this is just like wow moment for you, please smash the like button and share this with one person who you will help for this week, because I'm going to show you the difference between what is happening right now and the dump that happened in May. And it's a huge difference. Okay. And this is why I'm so confident that we're going to be successful this week. Okay. Let me show you. Okay. So if I pull out on this chart here, I want to be very clear about what I'm saying here. So this is the daily chart of Bitcoin. I'm going to move my face so you guys can see this in all of its glory. Okay. On the daily chart of Bitcoin, remember when we dumped, guys? Remember when we dumped back in May right here? We had this dumpaliciousness, and then we had like 3 months. We had like 3 months right here of just horrible downward sideways price action, right? This was from, okay, this is like May to July last year, okay? Summer last year, May to July. You guys can see this, right? Now we're having a similar situation, right? We're having a massive dump, right? Which was right here basically. And here, okay? And it's coming all the way down. It's coming all the way down. And now it looks like if this was to be the exact same, what would happen is we'd have, another bad May. We'd have May through July. And that's what a lot of people are calling for. They're like, we're going to just have, it's just going to be really bad and bearish and boring and, But here's the difference, guys. Here's what was weird about last summer versus this summer, okay? And I'm going to show you on one more chart. I'm going to pull up this. I'm going to uninvert this. Hold on. Maybe. No, I don't want to invert. Okay. Then I'm going to pull up the SPY, the ES1. This is I'll just do SPY. This is the stock market, okay? And I want to show you a very, very large difference between now and then, okay? Back when we were dumpaliciousness for the entire summer, Bitcoin couldn't catch a bid. Bitcoin was dead in the water back here, right? What was happening with the stock market? I want to mark that off for you because it's very important, because Bitcoin is very heavily correlated to the stock market, right? When the stock market goes up, Bitcoin generally goes up. But last summer, that was not the case. This is that same time period from May to July. If you go here, up here to July right here, look what was happening to stocks. This is the exact same May. Can you guys see this? May through July. They were going up and to the right in May through July. They were going up. That's because the money printer was still on. Everything was good. Everyone was happy. Everything was wonderful. Okay, so let's just compare. Bitcoin down and to the right last summer, and the stock market was up and to the right. You guys can see that? Now let's compare right now. We have Bitcoin, dumpalicious. We have the dumpalicious sensation, but here's the deal, okay? What's happening with the stock market? Look at this. Look at the past few months in the stock market. completely down and to the right, okay? So we have absolute carnage in the stocks, and Bitcoin is doing almost the opposite. You see how we had the initial dump here, right? We had the initial dump, but the last 10 days, the stock market has still been down, and Bitcoin has just been sideways. Can you see that? I know it's kind of small, but use your eyeballs here, guys. And what that is proving to me is that this time actually is different, okay? We have opposite day. Remember, one more time, just for the people in the back. Last summer, the stock market was going up and Bitcoin was going down. This summer, we're having the stock market go down and Bitcoin is going sideways. And so this just adds fuel to my fire. This is what I'm saying, is that if the sellers were actually going to get this price below $30,000, guys, they would have done it already. They can't get it any lower because the stock market has given them all the fuel that they need. The stock market is completely dumpy. And so if Bitcoin was actually going to sell off and go below $25,000 right now, it already would have done that. Okay. And that is why over the past 10 days, I have been filming videos. I've been telling you guys, I know I'm a little bit early. We haven't hit $35,000 yet, but I've been telling you guys, $35,000 this week. Something massive is coming. Bitcoin is doing something huge. Like you guys need to be watching this channel because I'm all over this shit. And here's another a ton more reasons why I think we're going to go up here soon. Pentoshi, he's saying the same thing that I'm saying. I honestly stole this from him. Look, he's saying this looks tired. He's saying so many trapped longs here at the highs. He's doing the same joke that I did at the beginning of this video, right? He's showing you that if this chart, this is the inverted chart for Bitcoin. This looks tired. All of these people, if this was a buying chart, we would expect a dump soon, right? Everyone who's ever seen a chart before would expect this to dump. However, in this case, since it's inverted, right? That means that we're going to go up in price. And he's got a ton more arguments, right? In order for price to make new lows, just go read his threads, guys. But basically what he's saying is that if there was high effort selling and that effort is not rewarded with new lows, it's been 2 weeks, then it's quite likely that one side is off sides here. Hence why momentum waves is the way that I see it, at least. And that's what I've been trying to show you guys. If they were going to dump the price, they would have done it over the past 10 days. The stock market has given them all the ammunition that they need in order to dump. However, they're not able to get the price down. So what does that tell me? That tells me that the price is going up. And we have the same exact thing coming from other people too. The crypto greed and fear index is at 10. It's lower than when we dropped to 25K. People are still becoming more and more fearful, which typically marks a temporary bottom. And we have events this week, which are hopefully going to be bullish for Bitcoin. We don't have a lot of stuff on the horizon, which is a good thing. The only thing that's happening this week in the stocks and all the stuff that people care about is the FOMC minutes that come out on Wednesday. And those minutes possibly could be bullish momentum for Bitcoin because the minutes are typically less hawkish than when Powell starts to speak. Okay. And so typically I've watched a ton of these come out, and when these minutes come out, it's typically a relief for the markets. And the same thing is being said here by Alex Kruger, and he gave a 12-tweet thread here about why we might have a potential bottom and a potential relief rally on our hands. And the first thing that he's talking about is that we have good news. There's a tradable local bottom in the stock market, which is without negative news. Sorry, I can't speak today. I'm a little bit sick. Just listen to my voice, okay? Every day I can't have as much energy as like a freaking Energizer bunny. I just have to tell you guys the truth, okay? We might rally this week. We have bottomed out in equities for temporarily. The Fed is finally acknowledging that they might slow down their tightening in 2023, which is good. And basically, okay, I'm just going to summarize it because I know you guys are so bored. You're like, oh, Kale, you're not talking. Fed officials are just repeating themselves. The only new thing that has been offered has been dovish. Financial conditions have already tightened significantly. Increases of 25 BPS would likely follow, and Bullard's Friday comments. I want to show you a chart real quick, okay? On Friday, when this guy, Bullard, he works for the Federal Reserve. You guys know that they actually control all the markets, right? They control all the markets. He started talking right here, and the stock market immediately reversed. Immediately. And this is exactly when I started buying. Where's my whiteboard? I bought so much Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and AVAX right at that moment because that is when I knew that we were finally going to get our relief rally. And if you were in 2+2 Genesis, our NFT project, it's linked below in every single video. If you buy one of these NFTs, you would see that I post my trades immediately as I do them. And so last week when I bought all these coins, I posted them. So if you want to know about this earlier, make sure you jump in. We have an incredible community, one of the best on the internet. BlockFi.com/Kale for interest last month of this. Okay, enough with the advertisements. But seriously, guys, like I really wish you guys were in the NFT project, because when I'm entering these trades, I put a lot of thought into it, and this was the perfect trigger. When you see the stock market have a massive reversal last week, right? Because the stock market is the only thing that has stopped Bitcoin, has held Bitcoin down this whole time. I've been showing you throughout this video. As the stock market is bouncing, is dumping, we haven't been dumping in Bitcoin, but we also haven't been going up, right? We've been going sideways. And so this sideways action, the only reason that's happening is because the stock market sucks. Once the stock market reverses, we are headed back to $35,000, guys. We are headed back there. And that means that things like AVAX are going to do much better. AVAX is going to outperform Bitcoin. Solana is going to outperform Bitcoin. And honestly, I know I told you guys that like Bitcoin is the move, Ethereum is the move, all that stuff. But in the very short term, on these short-term trades, I'm going to still be aping into some of these altcoins because I want to have bigger gains. I want Solana to go to $80. I want AVAX to go to $40, $50 over the next few days and get that huge move. Like, think about it. If AVAX is at $31 right now, okay? We bought at $31 and it heads back up to $40, $40 right here. That's 17%. I know that doesn't seem like a lot. Look how small that looks. That's 17%. Would you like to earn 17% in a week or two? I think that is totally possible. It could also go to $50, which would be like 34%. So there are huge moves to be had in crypto right now. So if you're excited about that, smash the like button and share it with someone. And so after this, I've been chatting for a little bit here. I want to respect your guys' time, but I want to talk about my second biggest trade of the year, because right now I'm putting on my biggest trade of the year so far. This is the most crypto that I bought in a long, long time, guys, because I think that AVAX, Solana, Ethereum, and Bitcoin are about to go much higher, and it's about to be easy money for all of the reasons that I have just laid out for you earlier in this video. However, then what? Okay, I want to talk about my second biggest trade for the whole year, which will end up being the biggest trade of my entire life, okay? And that is what is going to happen later in this year. So once again, we're going to go back to Pentoshi, and he says that short term, we're going to go up like I just talked about. We're going to make some money. We're going to sell all of these coins around $33,000, $34,000 Bitcoin. It's going to be a very small short-term trade, this one that we're doing right now, okay? But the one that we're going to be doing later in the year is the big one, is the big daddy, is the kahuna. So for those of you who watch the entire video, you're welcome. You're about to learn something great. Before we take out these heinous crime of equal lows. What the hell is an equal low, Kale? I don't know what an equal low is. This is what an equal low is, okay? Ethereum, over the course of a year now, over a year, has touched $1,700 four times. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And the last time was like a few days ago, okay? And so what Pentoshi is saying is that at some point, we are going to take those equal lows out. We are going to make a new low, probably around $1,400, $1,200. Maybe we see $1,000 Ethereum again. Wouldn't that be crazy? And at some point this year, we are going to see that. And I 100% agree with that. I think that is the perfect way to think about it. And you kind of just price everything in Ethereum. So I'm going to try to buy everything back. The biggest trade of the year for me is going to be when we break this Berlin Wall and when we go down into Goblin Town and we go to $1,200 Ethereum or whatever. That is when I'm going to be backing up the truck, buying Ethereum, Solana, AVAX, Bitcoin. I'm going to be buying so much of this stuff that it's going to make me sick inside, because you're going to feel very, the market's crashing. And I really do think that's going to happen because, number one, this is number one, okay? Number one is the Fed doesn't care about your stock portfolio, at least until inflation comes down. They're going to try to get inflation down. We're going to have some relief here over the next couple of weeks, in my opinion. We're going to make some money. But then they're going to still have to get inflation down. And that means they're going to slow down the money printer. It's everything that I've been talking about in all my videos. Go back and watch my videos. They are going to still crash the stock market even more. We are in a bear market, and that is real, guys. I'm not telling you that we're going back to new all-time highs. Oh, we're going to the moon. No, I'm telling you we're going to like $35,000, and then we're probably going to crash again. So just to reiterate, for all of you idiots in the back, I am going to buy. I already bought down here. I'm going to sell at $35,000 or lower, maybe $34,000. I'm going to sell everything. Then I'm going to ride this bad boy all the way back down. Bitcoin will probably go back down to, I don't know, lower than 20K, $17,000 for a moment. Ethereum, more importantly, the one that I talked about, Ethereum is very, very obvious. Ethereum here, over the next couple of weeks, maybe we go to $2,500 here. We sell everything here at $2,500. I'm just making up numbers. I don't know where it's going to be. I'm going to base it off the price of Bitcoin. Then it's going to head down lower to $1,300 over the course of the summer. Then I'm going to buy everything back again. This is a very simple idea. Does that make sense? And the reason I'm doing that is because the Fed doesn't care. They have to get inflation down. They're slowing down the money printer. And then everything lines up for later in the year for us having a massive run. We're going to turn that $1,300 into I don't know, 10,000? This thing could go absolutely bajanga. This thing could go absolutely bonkers later in the year for a couple of reasons. Ready? Here they are. Number one, we're in an election year, okay? These people need to get elected, but their first issue is inflation. They have to get inflation down, and once they do that, their next concern is pumping the markets back up, because there are two things that people care about. They want to be able to afford their eggs, and they want their retirement portfolios to not suck. And so they're going to have to get inflation down, which is going to kill the stock market. Then they're going to pump the stock market back up. It's just obvious. It's just simple stuff that they're going to have to do, okay? Political price will Democrats have to pay for high inflation. This election is going to affect things. If you don't think they're going to manipulate things to try to win this election, you're insane. They are. They're going to manipulate everything. First of all, they're going to get inflation down. Then they're going to try to pump the stock market back up. And I mean, I guess I just wanted to put this up there because everyone's like, Kill, how is that possible? There's no way that you can predict all of this stuff. It's too predictable. There's no way it's going to go the way that you think it's going to go. Well, in my opinion, the people that are leading this country, like Biden approval rating, guys, no one approves of this, right? Look at this. Biden's approval rating is the lowest of his presidency. Biden's approval rating dwindles as Americans grapple with inflation. Biden approval drops to new low. No one likes this guy. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. Like 90% of the world, maybe there's a few like crazy libs on Twitter and everywhere. They're like, I love Joe Biden, but I don't think people like the job that this guy is doing. I don't think people like it. And so, and the reason for that, I think the number one reason, if I'm trying to be objective here because I'll just try to be objective. I think the reason people don't like it is because they think that he's out of touch, that he's old, that he's senile, and it can't, I mean, no offense to the guy. He literally seems like he's not well. Like he can't even speak on a microphone. Like I could speak much better than this guy on a microphone, clearly, right? And he's the president of the United States of America. And so when people see that, I think what they think, at least what I think, is that they don't have all their wits about them, right? And so you're thinking, is it too predictable? How can you predict what they're going to do? Well, everything that they've done is predictable. Let's blame inflation on Putin. Let's blame it on Trump. Let's blame it on everyone else besides ourselves. I mean, it's just so predictable. It wasn't us printing 12,000 million bazillion dollars that caused inflation. It was Putin, right? So when they do predictable things over and over and over again, and like I don't even get me started on like the masks and like in COVID and everything, right? And it's just so, they're not even trying to hide how stupid they think that you are. They think, I'm just going to make my face bigger, okay? These people think that you're so stupid. They think that you just mask up, you stand with Ukraine. They like to say these like slogans. Oh my gosh, Putin's price hike. They try to say these things that sound cute, but they know that they aren't true. They're just lying to your face. And basically they're saying you're too stupid to figure it out. Okay? And so when I see people that are so arrogant, so cocky, so stupid themselves, they can't even see in a mirror how dumb that they are by thinking how dumb that we are. Does that make sense? They think we're so dumb, but really they're the ones that are dumb. They look stupid and everyone knows it. It's obvious. So when I see that, I have confidence that these predictions are going to play out. We're going to get a relief rally because the market needs one. Then they're going to try to be like, oh no, inflation's too much. Get inflation down. Oh no. And then they're going to crash the stock market. And then election's going to come up. And I hate to say it, but these people are not the brightest tools in the shed. They want to win. They want to win. And they're like, how can we trick these dumb idiots to vote for us? Well, pump the stock market back up. Duh. And then they're just going to pump the stock market back up, and that's going to send Bitcoin back to $100,000. So you're welcome. You have the formula. I guess you should thank your stupid, inept, ridiculous, completely horrible government for the ability to make so much money in this world because you can just predict their behavior perfectly. So welcome. Maybe we should elect some better people in the next one. I know this is getting political now, but maybe we should elect some people that aren't 9,000 years old. Maybe we should elect some people that are with it. Maybe we should elect some people that treat this country like a business, want this country to be profitable instead of just unlimited money printing and lies all the time. Okay, I'm on my high horse here. Come back if you want more random content like this because I just like to spit it out on the camera. Share this with someone if you enjoyed it. All right, I love you guys. Bye.